Good morning and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. I thought I would do this podcast because just to catch up in general. It's been quite an interesting week, shall we say? Um, excuse me. The time is 10 to 6 on Sunday morning, and my hand, which was very painful yesterday, seems to be a bit better today. So we might head for some shopping. We'll see. But I just thought I would come and say, goodness me, what a week. This is the first week of me going part time, and I started on Wednesday. I still don't think the penny has completely dropped because yesterday was very much like, this is Saturday, I need to get so much done, which obviously I didn't because of my hand. But I'm still right, I need to get stuff done today before I go to work tomorrow because it's Sunday, I need to get everything done. And I don't, because I've got afternoons off. But because I've not particularly done that very often, I think my brain is still on the, yep, you need to get everything done on Sunday. Kathleen did a double shift last night and she is on an early this morning, so her alarm will probably go off in about half an hour and she will head out. I will probably be gone by then. Excuse me. But yeah, it's definitely it's been an interesting week. I mean, I was absolutely so excited to manage to donate to Women's Aid. Um, I'd had those cards for a good couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks. But their office was only open 9:30 to 4:30. So obviously my work times were out with that. So the first day I went part-time, I went running through with the I'm here to donate, we've had this sitting waiting for you for a while. So that was lovely to do. Um, Cooking wise, I haven't particularly done much cooking wise this week. Um, Certainly I can do more this week coming, but I don't actually know. I haven't planned anything. I don't know what I'm doing. it's it's one of those wait and see kind of moments. If I go to Asda this morning, I will see what's in the reduced section. That will work out as to what I am cooking. But in the back of my head, I'm like, why don't you use what's in the freezer and in the cupboards, which I think is probably a good idea. There are some bits that I do need to get, like I need to get some more dried cat food, but I've got enough to do me for now. So it's like, do I go and spend money, or as this is the week before payday, do I wait until payday and budget for then instead? So I think that's actually probably what I'll do, is budget for payday and just use what I've got in the house food-wise this week. There's also more decluttering to do. There always seems to be more decluttering to do. I need to finish the paperwork. I took it all out of the drawers yesterday, but using my other hand is not particularly, it wasn't conducive to anything yesterday. So I didn't use it. So I've got a big pile of paperwork sitting on the desk to sort out. Although looking at it, there's at least 10 notebooks there. Hence why I'm not buying any more notebooks just now. I need to use the ones that I have. Because, why would I go and buy more notebooks? It seems to be more just I love having new notebooks and opening them and writing very pretty in them at the beginning. And then gradually, as you use them more, your writing gets a bit more iffy. So they're not as pretty as they used to be. But we will sort that out. I am pulling together recipes so that I can do a recipe book. At the moment, it's in my computer saved as Patrick's recipe book. Basically, he's stopped cooking as such. He uses a lot more um, ready meals and stuff than he should, and he's like, I need to get back into cooking. But there's only certain things that he used to cook, and he's like, I need some new ideas. And I thought, well, actually, you're probably not the only person like that who's, done everything for speed and ease before. So my first book is going to be really, really simple recipes that can be done in like 10 minutes, but that use hopefully stuff that is easy to get or easy to keep in the freezer, because I'm very conscious of not everyone has a greengrocer's two doors down sort of thing, and you've got to buy, I mean, for me, I've got to buy fresh veg at the supermarket. Now, that's from one week to the next, and there's a lot of fresh veg doesn't particularly last well from one week to the next. So I want to be able to, maybe plan out the week with, there's your fresh stuff, and here's the stuff that you cook when you get it, and then freeze it, and or vice, do you know what I mean? Those sorts of silly things. So yes, that is my next thing. I'm also very conscious that the weather is getting warmer. Yeah, warmer. Um, Excuse me while I fidget with my one hand. Um, yeah, it's starting to get warmer here, and if you've been following me for a while, I really don't do well in hot weather. So I'm quite conscious of, I need to get some water bottles. I've bought a couple of bottles of flavoured water just now, and we'll just refill them as we go. Get some diluting juice or cordial, whatever you want to call it, so that we can have that in the fridge ready to go. Also, I'm looking to get another bed because I'm still in the single bed just now. But come payday, I want to get a bed, and I need to make sure that the covers are sorted for, like, let's not melt me, because yeah, it gets very warm at night sometimes. So yeah, little things like that. That's now a thing. So clearing clearing the rest of my declutter um, is the first thing to start with, and then looking at what I've got and what I can use for meals and packed lunches and stuff for going forward. And as I said in the video before, Kathleen's in the car most of the time, so we need to make sure we've got stuff for her. But also we need to make sure I've got stuff for me, because it would seem really, really stupid to only be working till 1 and then there's nothing there for you to eat when you come in, so you eat rubbish. We don't want to be doing that. We want to have healthy stuff sorted out. And I think the best way to do that I'm thinking of at the moment, that has just popped into my head, as it does, is to like prepare something today that'll last me a couple of days, and then on Tuesday after lunch prepare something for Wednesday and Thursday lunches, and hopefully that will maybe turn into a little routine, because then you're not having to decide too much at once. It means you can sort out your shopping to different days, because it's going to be really good that I'm not going just once a week. That will be really quite nice. Although balancing the costs of petrol to get to the supermarket against what I'm doing food wise could be a bit more difficult. But Kathleen works near an Aldi, and sometimes she has breaks. So we could get into a routine of, while she's got this maybe half-hour break in between clients, she can go into Aldi and get things like maybe the fresh lettuce and tomatoes and things like that, and fresh milk. And then that means that she's there anyway. We're not adding any costs via travel. It just means that rather than me going to the local shop, which is very expensive, anything we need fresh, she can get from Aldi's, which is going to be quite cost effective. So that's that plan. As I say, fully wheels all go in different ways. So, yeah, that's the sort of plan for the moment. Obviously, this week coming up is going to be my first full week part time, and I still think that's going to be quite a shock to the system. I mean, it's going to be a lovely shock to the system, but it is going to be a shock to the system. But we will get things done. I have faith that I will get where I need to be, and also probably later today I will do the second chapter of The Man Who Walked Backwards, and that'll go on the audiobook channel. Um, because it's been a while since I did the first chapter, but obviously I sound a bit iffy this morning, but that's because literally just up. I mean, I still have tea left from my first cup of tea. So, yeah. And I broke my mug. Um, if you noticed before, I had one of the mugs from the Shopify store that I've opened, and it dropped onto my tiled floor and broke. So I've ordered another one that's slightly different. Um, so we'll get that, and I will have my Pom Preps mug for when I do more morning things. And I am going to go and sign off now because that is Kathleen up. So I'll go and put the kettle on. She, as I say, is starting an early shift. So I'll go and put kettle on, make a cup of tea, and speak to her. Catch you later.